Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Sacred Forge Healing. Today we are going to do the reading for July 30th through August 6th. So let's go ahead and let's get into it. If you want a personal reading with me, just go to my website, sacredforgehealing.com. I do Reiki or energy healing in general. I have a few different modalities that I pick from. Or that you can pick from as well as light language and card reading, of course, and quantum healing hypnosis, but that is only in person. I'll be making a video about more about that very soon, but I do have quite a bit of information on my website. So, what do people need to know? Okay, what do people need to know for the week of July 30th through August 6th? For some people who watch this, it feels like a repeat of last week, or it's like you just keep repeating these same old patterns that you've had going on, and you're starting to pick up on it, but it's like you don't know how to get out of it. So let's get into that. Okay, well, we're gonna go to that one first. So for those people who are having a lot of stuff with repeating the same patterns, it could be like allowing people to continue to talk down to you, not owning yourself, not owning who you are. Could be what, going on a workout and just be like, I hate this. Cool. But for those people who are having these repeating patterns that keep going over and over again, you have the Eight of Michael. So the Eight of Michael says, you can be free, make a courageous choice to change your situation, not seeing things clearly. So for you guys, I will figure out this thing one day soon, hopefully. So for you guys, it is all about making those choices. So I know in the past few weeks, I've talked a lot about, being able to choose where you're going. And sometimes we feel like we don't have that choice, but we do, especially if it's around a choice of what you're feeling. And I'm not saying, like, I have this feeling for this person and I don't know what to do about it. That's your own thing. Like, you have to allow yourself to feel it. I'm not talking about obsession, blah, 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 like, but allow yourself to feel the emotion and then you can change. But this week is about making a conscious choice to move forward. So the Eight of Michael is in traditional tarot, because these are tarot, angel tarot cards. Traditional Eight of Swords is all about having these binds that are around us. It shows the have blindfold on and hands wrapped around together. But it's all made of cloth. Or all made of, think of what mummies, they're cloth wrapping. But they have the freedom and the availability to take them off. So these are blinders that you are able to move forward with, but you have to make that conscious choice to take them off. No one can do it for you. All right. Well, that actually goes with it too. I hadn't read this one yet. So we also have the Page of Raphael, gentle, loving, dreamy, open-hearted. A new emotional situation, messages regarding relationships or social invitations. Great intuitive insights. So on the card, I will try to show it to you the best that I can, angling it. So what's on here, you have a person who's there at the beach and she's made a sandcastle. So it's also thinking about that playfulness. We get really trapped as older people, older adults, whatever, ad infinitum, moving forward and not wanting to have that playfulness, that playful side of us. That playful side is so important. I know, talking from a 25-year-old going to 26, like, that might sound, yeah, okay, that's fine, whatever. However, it is really important to keep that playful spirit around you. In my own life, I've seen the progression, still growing as I am, and that always continues. But like looking at, elementary school, middle school, high school. In middle school, you're like, that's the awkward phase. You're kind of being yourself, but you're also really scared to be yourself. High school, worrying about how everyone else is perceiving you, lots of thoughts of comparisons. And then college, you start having that freedom to be able to do whatever you want, even though there's still a little of that stuff. But then in my experience of growing up and kind of becoming more of my own person, is that you have to choose to act as you are. It's all about that authenticity and allowing that to come through rather than these masks that we've been kind of taught to put on. I find masks to be really restrictive. If you're not allowing yourself to truly be who you are, that for me, that feels like a constriction right here. And that for me tenses my whole body. When I'm not being authentic, when I'm not being myself, that's when I don't feel good. So it's all about making those conscious decisions to move forward into a different situation, allowing yourself to have that change. When we are fighting our change that's happening, we're making it harder for ourselves. So also about this week, just allowing things to happen as they do. Let's see. I know, that was a lot of stuff. Let's see. For the people who aren't having this. So, for those, and also for these people who are having the situation, should you choose to make that conscious decision, we have 7, the Chariot, Archangel Metatron. So Archangel Metatron, he is an angel of clearing. He's also one of ascension. And there's a lot that could be said about that. His twin brother is Sandalphon. But he's a really good angel to work with, especially if you're starting to clear things out and trying to get that forward momentum. So we have the Chariot that says determination and self-control, career advancement, acknowledgement of success by others. The Chariot is all about movement. For some reason, I'm really wanting to go back to, as you're growing up. We are put to the point of we have to be on other people's time schedules. We have to do all these things, and then once we start having that inkling of freedom, when we can drive and we can start having our own thing, when we have a job where we can start purchasing our own things, it's all about that upward movement. It's that opening of freedom for making your own choices more. And not allowing all the choices to be made for yourself, or from other people for yourself, is what I meant to say. So I know in my own life, I'm seeing this in a way where I just made a really big decision on Friday about taking my availability for teaching. So on a side gig, or my main job for right now is I teach piano and voice. And I've had my weekly schedule Monday through Friday for 3 years now. I'm taking my Fridays away so I can be here, so to be able to do this kind of work, because this is what fulfills me. This is the stuff that lights me up. And so I'm seeing that movement and that forward momentum and being able to do this kind of stuff and being able to create more content and just being there for more people, because that is what I'm here to do. Let's see. It feels like a lot of you are too. I'm having the full body chills. That's always one of my confirmations. Hey. Fine. Drop the cards. Let's see. Dear Lord. Hold on. And then. Okay. Sorry, I had to listen in. So we have 2 more cards for this week. So we have number 12, Perspective in this deck, Archangel Chamuel. Chamuel is an angel of the heart. It's about heart opening, allowing things to come through. I always say, like, the heart is a portal. It's a portal where love can come through and love can fill the body. So in traditional tarot, this is the Hanged Man. So the Hanged Man is all about making choices. So for this one, it says, there is a better way. Pause for reflection and insight. Dare to be different. So this is also taking reflection on what you're doing moving forward. It's we can make that choice, but we have to also see where we want to go with it. It's knowing ourselves more. All right? Daring to be different. I feel like this is all just the progression of this week. So we have the Knight of Gabriel, confident, enthusiastic, courageous, and charismatic. Time to take action, great passion for a cause, instinctively knowing what to do. It feels like after you've had this time to make these decisions, getting yourself out of a situation that you've had playing over and over and over. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's kind of looking at your life as a whole from now and seeing where these patterns have kept coming up and going over and over again. Maybe it's a toxic lover who always is taking advantage of you, a toxic boss who always takes advantage of your time and your kind-heartedness. It's allowing ourselves to look at those situations and choosing to be different, choosing to see it from a different perspective, or getting out of the situation in totality. It's allowing us to be like, okay, I've had it. I'm done with this. I can start moving forward now. I'm going to start making my steps for what's coming up. And after you've had that time of contemplation and that time of changing of thoughts, because also something about Michael in this deck, he is a representation of air. Air is always about mental clarity, of cutting things, cutting cords, seeing things clearly, cutting through the bullshit, basically. We get to our final card. It says, Knight of Gabriel, confident, enthusiastic, courageous, and charismatic. It's time to take action. Once you have that time of contemplation and allowing those things to move through you, those decisions that you need to make this week, allowing those things to move through you, and then it's time to act on them. I know we can get really caught up on the thing of, okay, I have 10,000 things going in my head, but I can't do just this one thing. It's picking that one thing that you can change immediately. That thing, it can be something so tiny, something so minute. Allowing that to be the first thing that you change. And then once you're through that, it's like, oh, that wasn't so bad. Let me try something else. Okay? So I'm going to pull, I know I said one last card, but I'm going to pull one from our Power of Surrender cards. I always kind of forget the name of the decks. I have so many decks. I think the last time I counted, I was up to like 53 different decks. I love cards. Like, the art is just... Okay, but besides the point. All right, what are we surrendering this week? What I just heard is we're surrendering ourselves. We're surrendering ourselves and our idea of ourselves. It's, we build up these big masks, these big ideas of who we are or who we have to be. And what came through is it's really all about just surrendering to who you are, surrendering your ideas of yourself, and allowing yourself to be reborn in a way. I'm going to pick this card. So, for this week, our surrender card is Surrender to Silence. In quiet meditation or contemplation, let go and enter stillness within. Silence can heal and replenish you. And we have Surrender Fear. Let go of fearful stories you are telling yourself. Stay in the moment and focus on solutions and celebrate every baby step forward. So I think that's just really important, having that time to contemplate. I know we've already kind of had that in our first cards down here. But allowing ourselves to have that contemplation and start to let go of those fearful stories. We've been taught that the world is a really scary place, and that's not how it has to be. So I hope you guys have an amazing week. I'm sending blessings of love and life and abundance to you all, and may you have all that you need and all even more. So I really hope you guys found this helpful, and I will see you guys next week. Bye bye for now.